If you are thinking of quitting on YouTube, there is a particular feature that I want you to go ahead and just check out in your YouTube studio. Now, after checking out this particular feature, you can then ask yourself whether you want to stay on YouTube or still go ahead to quit. It is frustrating when you are posting videos and you're not getting views, or you post videos and maybe the first 24 hours you see that you're getting views, or the first 48 hours you're getting views, but the third day, the fourth day, everything just stops, and then you'll be like, okay, what exactly is wrong? Why did I start getting views the first day and then the second day nothing is happening? Every content creator in your YouTube studio, you have this particular feature. You're welcome. If you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm Glory C, and here I help both small and new content creators find their way around YouTube. I help you grow your channels by telling you mistakes to avoid and things that you want to keep doing on YouTube to help your channel grow better. So if this sounds like something you'd like for your own channel, you want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Like I would always say, it's free of charge, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay, let's get into the video. So I'm going to go ahead right now and share with you my phone screen so that you can be able to understand this particular thing, because I remember when I first started, imagine as a small content creator on YouTube, right? You upload your video the first day and you are getting like 600, and I think that day I was having 600 and something views. I was super excited because I'm like, what? This is different from the 20 something views I used to get, 10 views I used to get. But after the first 2 days, the views suddenly stopped, and I'm like, okay, what happened? And then it was until I found this particular thing that I was now able to resolve that particular video, the issue on that video, and I started getting views again. And then this particular video that you can see on your screen right now, the same thing happened on this particular video. Do you understand? I noticed a particular part that wasn't doing well, and then I applied this feature to it, and then it started doing very well again on YouTube. So let me just go ahead and share with you my phone screen. Okay, so we're going to be using this particular video here. Now, where I want you to go to is this part that says views, impression, click-through rate, average view duration. You want to just click on that particular part. Now scroll down, right? You're going to see views, concurrent viewers, audience retention. Now, if you look at your audience retention, this graph that you can see here has a meaning. But before we even get into that, look at the top features that are here. We have intro, we have top moment, we have spike, we have deep. Now, I decided to pick this particular video because it has most of these features highlighted or activated, right? So you can understand better. Now, they're not just there for decoration. Do you understand? If you look at your intro, you look at your top moment, you look at your deep. Let us go into deep before I come back to your top moment and your intro and your spike. Now, if you go to your deep, deep simply means when people come into your video, right, they start watching, and then the parts where they feel that they are not interested in, they skip that part. Or some of them, instead of skipping, like instead of fast forwarding, some of them just click off that particular, like the video. Now, those parts, YouTube is going to show that deep in the graph that, okay, here people clicked off, or here people, skipped this particular part. So you're going to see a dip. Now, places where you see dips means that sometimes some people get there and they click off. Now, in order for you to be able to avoid that, two things. The first one is you want to go ahead. God so good, YouTube has made it in such a way that we can easily see that particular part directly from this place. So if you notice, there is a thin pink shaded line there. So if you tap on it, it's going to load up and you're going to see where you have that particular dip. You can see it here. So let's just allow it to play.
Your videos, okay, both of your thumbnails, on your video titles, make sure, like, be very, very strategic. Put in all the necessary keywords. Make sure all the keywords are there and it's making sense. Also want you to.
So that particular part, after watching that particular part, this part I just played for you, many people were skipping this particular part. Some people clicked off this particular part. Now, when I went back to watch that video, like looking at the video, I now realized that, oh, number one, I had already shared all my points for this particular video. And then it's like I was just reiterating things that I had already said, like I was just repeating things. And of course, when you start repeating things on YouTube, it's not like you are seeing them one-on-one. It's online. So some of them might just get bored and then they go. Do you understand? So that was one thing that I realized on this particular video. So that means anytime I'm filming my videos, I need to just go straight to the point and get off the video. Do you understand that? So that I can be able to get people to stay till the end. Now that is your dip. So if you can now go ahead to your YouTube studio, I'm going to show you what you can do to this to remove this particular dip. But another one is intro. If you come over to intro, now if you notice your intro sometimes, look at this particular intro now. Here it was on maybe 80 something here, or 90 something, but it's now reduced. Just for the first 30 seconds, it reduced to 57%. From 80 something to 90 something percent of people that clicked on this video, just from the first 30 seconds that they watched, it reduced all the way down to 57%. Now imagine me losing like 30 something percent people, 30 something percent of people that actually clicked on this video. That means there's something wrong with that particular intro. So if I click this particular intro now, I'm not going to play it because I don't want copyright or reuse content. But if I click it, I'll be able to understand that okay, this particular video, maybe the way I spoke here or how I started, or maybe I did not hit the nail on the head as I started, I'll be able to know that okay, the next video I'll avoid this. Now let's move over to our top moment. Now this is where people stay and then they just keep watching, like they are attentively watching, like they are not skipping, they are just staying and watching. Now you will notice that from this part, this whole region here, I had people stay and watch the video. So what I want to ask myself is, how did I film this particular video that made people stay to watch? Now what I did, because I'm the one that did this particular video, so I know what I did there. Now what I did on this particular video was to now give people a detailed tutorial. Of course, when you're showing people your screen and showing them around, they are more inclined to stay and watch. Now the next one you have is your spike. Now your spike is when people now the part of your video. So I know that this particular type of thing on this top moment, I want to keep repeating on some of my videos. Now the spike is where you have people rewatching, or they are even sharing to other people. So you know that okay, this particular part, I want to keep repeating this particular type of thing in my video. I was teaching a particular student one time, and when we went through this part of her own studio, we saw that oh, there was a part of her video where she was showing something. I'm not going to say right something, and she now realized that oh, okay, so that means people are not interested in this particular thing. So on her next subsequent videos, she will not put in stuff like that. Do you understand? So if you do not understand these things, you will just be frustrated on YouTube. Now, how do you remove the dip? I explained it on this particular video here. So you want to ensure that you go ahead and watch that particular video. I don't want this one to be too long, okay? So just go ahead and watch that particular video, and do not forget to get registered for my YouTube 101 class and video editing class. I'll see you on that video. Bye.